Story time on why you should leave married people alone. So I had this old job I worked at, and we had this guy that would come. He got high. I can't think of what position. He might have been the assistant administrator or something like that, right? So mind you, handsome man, married, 2 kids, just easy on the eyes, right? So we had this one other lady that was in the office, very beautiful, put together lady. I mean, could rock a suit down. I mean, she had it together, right? Just beautiful, easy on the eyes, great personality, but she was into a married man. So mind you, every time that this man came out the office and we might have been just standing around or whatever, she would go all out her way to make passes. He fine. He this. He that. So behind the scenes, they got to know each other, right? So mind you, we started putting two and two together. We figured out what was going on. And one day, he came out of his office and she went to speak. No, he went to speak. And she said nothing. And I said, wait a minute. Usually, he comes out the office, you hooting and hollering, you carrying on. I mean, I'm talking about this woman used to just act like this man was God himself, like walking down the hallway, right? So the second day passes and we hear nothing. They walk past each other. She says nothing. She turns her head. Then we hear he's getting a divorce. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I wonder, did she have anything to do with it? Well, I minded my business, so I kept going. The third day, he says, hey, why aren't you talking to me? Talking to her. Hey, why aren't you talking to me? And she literally turns her head again. Okay, the fourth day, the last day. He says, hey, look, you're not talking to me, but I took care of everything. Meaning that he went and got a divorce. His wife did not put up a fight. They had 2 kids. Both of them look like they might have been like in elementary school, right? So she turns and she looks and she says, I would never be with a man who would leave his wife and 2 kids. And I'm sitting up there, eyes big as a golf ball, like, oh my God. Like, wait a minute. You really left your wife for this woman? For a lady on the job that just thought you were attractive and you took it too far? And it was the saddest thing. And I remember all of us being in the hallway. He looks dead at me. Child, I find something else to look at. Because I was like, Then all of a sudden, the lady disappeared. Now, honestly, for me, it was a safety concern for me. Because I was like, wait a minute now. Some people will hurt you behind this kind of stuff. But she disappeared. Went off, worked another department. Finally come back. That man was gone. So my thing is this, right? If you thinking that woman never reaped what she sowed for playing with her family, she did. Let me tell you something. These side pieces, these side dudes, let me tell you something. The other side of that coin is not pretty, and they go through things and they reap what they sow. So don't mess with married people, especially if it's a marriage that God put together. Because see, now you ain't playing with just a marriage, you're playing with God too. You don't want to do that, right? But the thing about it is this. He knew better. He knew to resist temptation. You don't let nobody pump your head up to the point where you start thinking that you're invincible. Never do that. Leave married people alone, y'all. It ain't worth it. I'm telling y'all, I can tell y'all stories for days about paying on the back end for doing silly stuff like this. This man lost everything for nothing. I mean, I wish you would have seen his facial expressions when she said that. I mean, like I told you, golf ball eyes. Everybody else looked, turned away, acted like they had something else to do. And I'm looking like, oh my gosh, why did you do this? Just for that woman to play. See, the devil seeing people too. She wasn't nothing but a distraction. And you let that woman play with you like that. Then she had to reap what she sowed times 2. Not worth it.